Yes,
Opie
Ben?
gave us the tour. Me, Steve, and Club Soda Kenny gave us the tour of where Opie lived in Buffalo and where the radio station was.
Yeah, but it was
Spuds Buckley was thought up.
No, but it was the best tour because I showed him the radio station, which was a haunted house on Franklin Street.
Oh,
I saw things there. It might have been because of lack of sleep and my drinking and drugs and everything else, and the girls that would come up after the bars closed, and I would bang them on tape for the morning guy.
On tape?
Oh yeah.
And the morning guy would listen?
Oh, yeah. I was out of my mind back then. Oh, yeah. It was the Bear Man, who's back in Allentown.
The Bear Man?
He's like the king of Allentown radio, yes.
Wow.
But for a while, he was...
Pretty impressive.
But for a while, he was the big morning guy in Buffalo. And that's where
the whistle from Billy Joel's song?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Clank.
He's
Clank.
actually, he really is a great guy. And that's where I did some characters, for his morning show, trying to cut my teeth in the business.
Yeah.
And Bear Man was married with a couple kids. He was just a bear of a guy. Duh. He was like 6'4", 6'5". At least 400 pounds, just massive, right? And I was just a young little stud, banging the Buffalo Betties and
crinkle.
the drinks made the Buffalo Betties look like a little better. Mm-hmm. Look like 5s instead of 3.5s.
Usually works.
And I had a regular girl that would come down after the bars closed, and she would take a cab to the radio station because she had no money, and she would do all sorts of things, and I'd have like the board op from the AM station, do my show for me. I would tape breaks, like, here's Van Halen on the Fox, the home of rock and roll in Buffalo.
Home of rock and roll. You never hear that one.
I'll be back after another 20 minutes of music. Here's Led Zeppelin. So I would tape all that, and the AM guy would put it all together, play the songs, and play my breaks. And I would go in the production room with this hooah, and put it all on tape, and then play it back for the morning guy. This was my in. This actually helped me, get a little higher in this stupid radio world. Because I was trying to get this guy to notice me. I was just stupid overnight guy. Like, who cares? Morning guys don't acknowledge the overnight guy when you're in this radio thing.
Sure.
So I'm like, how can I get his attention? And he saw that I was like just out of control with the women and stuff. So I started, taping it for him, and then I would play it, for him when he was preparing for his radio show. And that helped me get in a little better.
Helped you along.
Oh, yeah. And then he started getting into work really early because he wanted to hear the latest sexcapade that I had on tape for him. Yeah. So, anyway, I was in Buffalo, and I started dating this girl, and she was really, really hot, but she was a psychopath. Mm-hmm. And, of course, all us guys, we just love... going after the personality in a woman.
Crazy women.
Well, there was a bunch of people women that I could have, dated that had nice personalities, but, they were... Yeah, they were awful looking, but this girl was, like, literally could have been a Playboy model, but she was a psycho bitch. But I'm like, psycho factor, who cares? I could get over that. I could get over that.
Guys really do go for psycho girls.
There's something... Oh,
go ahead.
I said there's something very sexy about a girl who will, like, look at a picture of a certain uncle and then just shiver and cry into a pillow. There's something attractive about that.
So the relationship goes horribly wrong because she had this boyfriend that was a coke addict still in the picture, even though she told me that the guy wasn't in the picture. One of those things, right? And we finally, I finally just had enough. She keeps telling me she's not seeing the guy, and I just knew she was seeing the guy. So we broke it off, and I started.
So is this an Opie scorned?
Yeah, that's why it's not. That's why I didn't really bring it up on, Mm-hmm. But then you reminded me of this. So then I started dating other women, and this is where it gets fucked up. She didn't want me at all, but she didn't want me going out with anybody else.
Classic lunatic.
And it's a very small.
I love that gag.
It's a very small city, and Allen Street was where all the bars were at the time, and some word got around that I'm kind of back on the scene banging broads, right?
Playing the field.
And
I can't have you, no one will.
And back then, it wasn't my choice. I really wanted this girl, but I was like, all right, what am I going to do? She doesn't want me. So then she found out, so she proceeds to, while I was down on Long Island interviewing for WBAB, where Anthony and I eventually would meet, I got the job to do nights, but while I was down interviewing and stuff, she proceeded to leave 20 messages on my answer machine of her blowing her boyfriend, the coke addict, blowing. It starts actually with I have this tape somewhere, and I used to play it on the radio, and I cannot find it, and it bothers me. And I have boxes and boxes of radio stuff. Eventually, I'll find it.
Because that would be the best.
But she's on tape just moaning and using a vibrator on herself over and over again. and she's drunk. It sounds like she's on some kind of drugs and stuff. And I'm like, holy crap! I'm thinking this is really hot. Maybe
was she a teen?
No, like 22 or whatever. So it was really hot. But then all of a sudden it went drastically wrong because I really fell for this girl. I really liked her right here in the heart. Okay, so all of a sudden she goes, "Guess who's here?" As she's moaning.
Oh no! Oh,
and
boy.
all of a sudden she goes, "Randy, why don't you say hi?" Puts the phone down, and he's in the middle of doing his thing, and
Oh,
hello.
And you had real feelings for this
Oh,
girl.
it destroyed me. My heart just freaking right to the ground.
Oh,
Sunk.
you don't want to hear
Boom.
that. Oh,
so
boy.
I'm not kidding. It was at least 20 messages over and over again. It was an all-night session. These two were going at it. I heard them, screwing, sucking. It was everything.
Oh, you listened?
I listened to every single one of them.
Why?
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? It's there, So then I'm a radio guy, obviously, so I take the tape into the radio station, and I made a greatest hits of the 20 phone calls, and then proceeded to put it on her mom's answer machine, her grandfather's answer machine. She lost her father, so the grandfather was the father figure, and the grandfather thought, "Oh, my girl never does anything wrong." So I had to straighten him up. I put it on his answer machine, and the mother, who just hated this coke addict ex-boyfriend of hers,
wonder why,
thinking that she moved on and stuff. Oh no, put it on her machine, and then I proceeded to play it on Valentine's Day every year after that for many years on the radio.
Nice.
So
whatever happened, you never talked to her again?
She calls me every 2 years, yeah.
Still?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's a psycho broad.
You gotta have her on one day. How great is she?
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
I haven't heard from her in at least, I don't even know, maybe 3 years now, but...
She's great.
Actually, the last time she called my mom's house trying to find me, because, in radio you move around a lot, you get this, you get that, and my stupid mom freaking gives her the phone number, so now I'm just waiting for the next phone call from this broad, so...
Do you still have feelings for her?
No, not at all. Honestly, not at all. At the time, without a doubt, when I was playing those things, I was like, it was the worst.
Devastated.
Oh, without a doubt, devastated.
But can you blame her, though? I mean, look, this guy, coke addict, is obviously banging her all night. She's having fun. He's partying. You're running around with glasses. Wonder if the bear will like this one. Little rose in your hand.
I know. I was definitely awful. And she had Rick James stories and stuff, because Rick James was from Buffalo. Supposedly...
you don't want to go near a girl with a Rick James story.
Wow.
Yeah, supposedly, because she was like a little party girl in Buffalo, and supposedly she did some time with Rick James.
How'd you get her off? Put your foot in and do jumping jacks?
She was a real trooper, though, man. I mean, she was the type of girl you pull off on the side of the highway and right on the hood of the car, right at the rest stop. This girl loved to just go at it. Cool. She would bring me to the peep boots, and she'd be the only woman there. And,
peep shows, yeah.
Peep shows. She'd drag. This was a date. She drags me into the peep booth, and she has the quarters, puts the quarters in, gets the hardcore porn going, and it was the half doors, and get right on her knees and just go at it, and all the guys, all these pervs are in the main room, just all, checking out this girl on her knees.
Hard to believe that didn't last.
Yeah, she sounds a little too wild for the young, naive Opie from Long Island.
I was naive. I mean, she was way ahead of me.
So
way ahead of me.
Where'd you meet your girl? Well, she was kneeling in male slop while giving me a Hummer in a peep show, and our eyes locked.
She was way ahead of me. That is the truth, man.
That thing probably slid up, and people were thinking, well... How much did he pay for that booth?
Yeah.
They knew what she was
in there.
They knew what she was doing because she walked out. She had 2 floor tiles stuck to the knee part of her pants.
One black, one white from the checkerboard floor.
Wow, look at what this is doing.
Oh, that's nice. All of a sudden, 20 windows opened up.
There's so many people that want to say hi, but there's like a million windows opening up on our phone system. We got to go back to the old phones. This is just not working. Every day there's something wrong with the phones. Holy,
You can't shut those windows?
No, I can't. Look, the mouse is just going everywhere.
Well, that mouse sure is jumpy.
That's a crazy mouse.
I'll say it is.
See, there's a lot of great calls we could go to.
Yeah, we could.
But instead, we got to probably hear another tired freaking comedy bit. We'll return. Welcome.